Hey kids, it's Mike again. I know. I'm so undependable and irregular. I'm like an old man's track when he. Anyway, I got something from, this fun box from Hamilton Books. I want to get this open because truthfully, I ordered this a long time ago and I've never opened it. It's just been kind of a wild time here at the Hatfield household. So I know that I ordered several Blu-rays. Okay. And this may all be, looks like it's all Blu-ray. Nope, there's a couple DVDs. All right, so what I'm going to do is pull these out and kind of put them in some kind of order. Oh, I forgot I ordered that. I'm telling you, it's older than it's seriously. I ordered this way back in April 22nd. It's June. Mid-June. All right, so let me kind of rearrange stuff so it makes some kind of sense. And truthfully, a lot of it is not horror. There is some horror. But it's kind of an eclectic group of movies. I've got some old movies, older movies, some suspense, some really old movies. Oh my God, look at these old movies. What was I thinking? Oh, I know. Yeah. Hold on just a second, I'm almost there. All right, I don't know. Some of these may go to charity pretty quick. These were all super cheap, by the way. I didn't spend over $5 on any of them. All right, the first one I'm going to show you is actually, I do believe this was a TV movie. It stars Patty Duke from various things. The horror people might remember her from is one of the Amityville horror things. But she did a lot. She played was she the flying? She was not the flying nun. Who was she? Gidget. I think she might have been Gidget. I don't remember. Anyway, and also Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie. She was Laura Ingalls. It is The Miracle Worker. Everything is shiny tonight. I don't know what the story is. But yeah, this is about, of course, Helen Keller, who was blind and mute. And yeah, it was just one of those, she got scarlet fever as a toddler, which made her mute and deaf and blind. So she couldn't hear, she couldn't see, and she couldn't speak. But still, she, along with the Annie Sullivan, the woman Annie Sullivan actually helped her learn how to communicate and do all of that stuff. All right, an old movie that I used to love, and I never have owned it on Blu-ray, and that is Funny Face. It's a fun old movie with Audrey Hepburn and Fred Astaire. I used to like Audrey Hepburn as a kid. She was one of my mom's favorite peeps. So yeah, she's done quite a few movies, as you well know. The next one that I bought, I remember this as a kid, watching this on KPLR Channel 11 whenever I was living in Illinois, The Nutty Professor with Jerry Lewis. I was never really a big slapstick comedy, still am not. But he had a few movies that tickled me, and that was one of them, Nutty Professor. This was kind of a sweet little movie. It stars Peter Falk, D.B. Sweeney, Julianne Moore, and Ellen Burstyn, and it is called Roommates. Peter Falk is an old curmudgeon-y, crabby guy, and he ends up moving in with his grandson, D.B. Sweeney. And it's really kind of odd couple-ish, if you would say. It's really very funny, actually. But I enjoyed it a lot. It was a sweet, funny little movie, and I've never owned it on Blu-ray. So Another one that I upgraded to Blu-ray is one of my favorite actors and somebody else that I collect. I believe I talked about collecting Jamie Lee Curtis earlier in a different video, but Kevin Costner, Swing Vote, I like him a lot. I always have. Have I liked every movie that he has done? No, not particularly. He's had a couple that were not my, kind of my cup of tea. And I'm speaking basically, I did enjoy Waterworld, but The Postman, not so much. It was just, yeah, it was just one of those. Okay, and then the last non-horror one that I picked up was Roxanne. Not a huge Steve Martin fan, but I did like this movie. It also has Daryl Hannah, and that was the art for the actual Blu-ray, and then that is the slipcover. It's that cool old VHS looking case. All right, now this one is not really horror. It's horror-ish, horror adjacent. It stars Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and Gwyneth Paltrow, and who's the bad guy? I can't remember. Yeah, the guy who got in all that trouble because he was a nasty little guy. Why can't I think of his name? Anyway, 7. Not a Gwyneth Paltrow fan at all, but I do like a couple of Brad Pitt movies. Not a big fan of him. Love Morgan Freeman. Why can't I think of Kevin's last name? Kevin. Oh well. But yeah, Kevin plays a real creep in this one, which turned out to be kind of a precursor of the kind of creep he is anyway. All right. Upgrading. These movies are all silly, almost verging on ridiculous, but I have them all individual in different cases, so I'm just upgrading to all Blu-ray, one case. So this has Leprechaun 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, all of them. And then it even has Leprechaun Origins, which not the greatest, but that's all right. So, yeah, Back to the Hood and In the Hood and In Space. He's everywhere. And then the next one, this was really cheap. I don't know why I got it. I have no idea. It is called Kill Game. I don't know. It may be a one watch and pass it on, but I thought I'd give it a try. It was so cheap. This was like $1.95 or something, which tells me it's probably poopy ka, but whatever. And then the last one I got was Dark Night of the Scarecrow Part 2. I loved the first one. I don't know if this one's going to be that great, but I don't care. We'll give it a shot anyway. Let's see if it's any good, but I did enjoy the first one, even though it wasn't super terrifying, scary, horror, bleh. And then the last thing that I got was actually a music video. Anne Murray. I love Anne Murray. And this is just a basic music video collection. It's called Full Circle. If you don't know who she is, which some of you probably don't because y'all are babies, she is a Canadian singer. Her biggest hit was You Needed Me, but she had like dozens of hits on the pop and country charts back in the late 70s, early 80s, into the mid 80s. And she is officially retired from touring, but that's okay. She deserves a break like the rest of us. All right, that is it. I am done for a while now. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like if you do. And otherwise, I will talk to you all in the next one.